Eastern Cape Premier Oscar Mabuyane says food schemes at schools play a big role in feeding children that are less fortunate. He says it is concerning that parents take their children's SASSA grants and use the money for their own needs. Mabuyane called for child support grants to be closely monitored and for the government to tighten payment processes. The Human Rights Commission has issued subpoenas to several Eastern Cape government departments demanding updates on efforts to tackle malnutrition in the province.
If you have got kids that get at least 2 meals a day at school, morning and lunch, it will make a huge difference over and above the child support grant that our kids are getting. The other biggest problem that we are not yet talking to is to find a situation where you have got kids, 6 of them, I've just recently experienced something like that, all left with grandmother. Mother has gone either to Cape Town or Gauteng looking for greener pastures with the card for these kids. So the grant is not here where kids are. The grant is somewhere where the mother is, and this grant doesn't belong to the mother, but unfortunately the mother also belongs to the missing category because the mother is not either in the social security grant category for benefit. It's just in the middle of nowhere, it's looking for a job. And even those who are staying at home with their kids, they also rely on these grants of kids. So we've got a bigger problem there, which I think as government we've got to find a better way of tightening up. If it's a child support grant, it must go to a child. A guardian must be monitored on whether this grant indeed help kids. So I agree with you that we are moving the needle, but very probably sluggishly. It's not that the needle is not moving; it is moving. But I think with a much more integrated and collaborative approach, we should be able to tackle. And as I've said, this is not really insurmountable. Land is a factor of production. If we can be able to work the land and invest as much as we can. Yes, we are trying with the little resources, all other things being equal. But more effort should yield us better dividends than what we are getting. So I agree with you, provincial manager, that we need to be a little bit aggressive on this. And, Eastern Cape is part of government of South Africa. We don't have a federal state here. We've got a unitary state. So it cannot just be about Eastern Cape people shouting and shouting. National government must understand these statistics very well. And yes, I know we've been raising the issue of the budget formula, which is a problem on its own, the allocation. So the more numbers leave, and I once even said I request National to do census in December, not to do census during mid-year. I just want to see the same data and see numbers better. Because if we continue with this budgeting, that simply means the underdeveloped province will be permanently underdeveloped. They will never get enough resources